the one which throws us into hell or leads us to heaven is primarily your mind. Your mind is the key player. And if you do not know the nature of this mind, which is the key player, which is the leader, which is the boss, then you may make some attempts here and there, but you will not be able to achieve much. It's a very, very important point. So one has to always watch one's mind, guard one's mind, and see which direction it is going, whether it is going to the desired direction or undesired direction. So what this monkey mind is doing? The mind is fluctuating all the time, fluctuating. The mind is fluctuating all the time. Extremely difficult to catch hold of the mind, what it is doing. Extremely difficult to pacify it. So therefore, just like an archer or arrowsman skillfully prepares his bow and arrow, like especially if you think about bending the bow, if you use all your force and bend it, it might break you, So you need to bend it gradually and slowly. So similarly, when it comes to training the mind, you need to be systematic, skillful, and gradual. You cannot force the mind. The way you can transform your mind is come up with reasons. Come up with reasons. Explain it to the mind. So if you explain things to the mind with reason, with logic, then the mind will be able to understand it and it will appreciate. Without explanation, without reason, without logic, if you simply force your mind, do this, you cannot force your mind. With the body you can force. You can catch somebody and put it into the prison. You can beat that person physically and so on. But mind, the only way to control the mind and pacify the mind is by explaining, by showing the correct path. So for that, you need to have the knowledge, have the study. And that study also not just mugging up books, but intellectually understanding things by yourself, relating it to your own experience. So afflictive emotions are those negative emotions which when arises in your mind makes you disturbed. So those are called afflictive emotions or negative emotions. Those emotions which when arises in your mind disturbs you. Makes you lose your stability, makes you weak. For example, if I develop anger, if I get angry, then it destabilizes me. It destroys my capacity to judge what is right and what is wrong. It destroys, as I told you earlier, the headquarters. The most important quality of the human being is the mind, the intelligence, which is the capacity to judge between what is right and what is wrong. So that intelligence is destroyed when you get angry. So when you are angry, you can't think. And you are not sure what you are saying, what you are doing. And you realize that only when the anger is over. Then all the destruction has already been done. So, look at this example of anger, one particular negative emotion. It destabilizes you. It makes you vulnerable and weak. Normally when anger comes, we think it's giving us a kind of special energy. That's why many people resort to anger. And in fact, people try to justify it by saying that today I really got mad and angry and I was able to say those things which I could not say before. And I was able to do those things which I could not do before. So you think that anger was supporting you, helping you. But as His Holiness, the Dalai Lama always says, that yes, you get some kind of energy, but that energy is essentially blind energy. You got some energy, but blind energy. So you are not sure whether you will hit the target or not hit the target, whether you destroy others or destroy yourself, you see. You become completely confused, blind and mad.